Okay, thank you. Scott, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oh, I'm unmuted. Okay. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Beautiful day.
It's
Beautiful day
so
for
pretty.
for a Zoom call. Right? You ever want to do gymnastics outside? You ever want to just
You
go
know,
tumble
sometimes
across the grass
sometimes
like you did when you were little?
I wish we had a sunroof in our gym. That'd be really nice. But I guess the outdoor patio will suffice.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice spot too. Um, what is the y'all go from in the regular season week after week after week. Y'all had one break, of course, kind of forced on you, and then lately it's been compete, week off, compete, week, what is there one better than the other? Is it a little more? Is it difficult in any way to get back into a routine for postseason that you're taking a week off, or is it just generally pretty beneficial, for physically?
Yeah, I think it is physically beneficial because we're not strenuous. We're not having to extend our bodies for long periods of time. Also in the gym, we mimic what we would do at regionals and nationals. So we'll practice do an inter squad type of day back to back to mimic that. But in the gym, we have soft landings, and that kind of helps. But also, if different girls have, you know, ankle issues or whatever that needs time to rest, we do have that ability during the week that we didn't have in preseason to rest people. So in preseason, sometimes that looked like they wouldn't be competing on Friday, but in these cases, postseason, you get that extra time and rest. That's definitely beneficial as we have entered postseason.
Where do you guys where are you guys as a team right now? You think coming off a very good performance against Missouri and a very good performance in the SECs. I know y'all wanted to win, but nonetheless, it was a good score that got y'all the number 3 seed and everything. So, where do you feel you guys are now heading into this regional?
I think we are very motivated. I don't think that even though with the loss of SECs, I don't think that's deterred us. I think we have gained determination, if anything. In past years when we have won SECs, it hasn't been the final be-all, but it's also just one of those milestones that we had hit. And to some extent, that was a peak of excitement. And so we haven't yet hit that peak with this team. And so I think that moving forward that, it still gives us some drive and some motivation. It's we haven't achieved that yet. We haven't achieved what we have set out to do yet. So I think it really has lit a fire in us to be able to compete and do what we do in the gym. To be able to not replicate it, but just to compete to the same caliber that we've been doing in the gym. And so, yeah, we're ready, and I think we're the most determined we've been in a while.
Michael, I'll open the floor to you.
Sorry, I don't have anything. I haven't heard anything, so I would just probably be repeating your questions. I'm trying to figure out the tech. Sorry.
That's all right. The routines are pretty set at this point. It seems like I heard Jay say last week, you guys pretty much know who's going to compete during what and what lineup. Although I know what I want to ask you. Tell me about this rule that y'all have heard about with the NCAA sending only 10 gymnasts per team on the floor at one time, and not being an all-arounder, you might have to go into a holding area and then come back or something like that. What have you learned about that, and does that present any problems?
So I think that, this is just another obstacle that we have to face with COVID. There's just something to add on top of it, but it's just another thing that we can be triumphant through. This has also never been done, with the switching back and forth. I think that this week we're gonna be practicing like this. And also, this is just one of those outside factors that you can't let penetrate you. We always talk about control what you can control. And so if we can't control how many people are on the floor, that's one thing, but we've practiced our gymnastics and it's muscle memory. So it's going to really stink, not having everybody out there on the team, because that's really like we thrive, but also we thrive under pressure and we're able to do our gymnastics, kind of no matter the circumstances.
All right, I'm back. Forgive me if any of these have already been asked.
Oh, you're good.
I did get in late, but Jay mentioned before it's a different team and a different coach. In what ways are you anticipating this postseason being different as opposed to maybe some of the ones that you've experienced in the past?
So this year's postseason has been different. Starting off with SECs, not having won that. I've gone through 2 postseasons, and it has just been the most exhilarating and like the most fun part of season because every week meets are kind of, they take a toll on you, but then when you get to go and qualify and you get to that point, you're like, wow, like this is so fun. This is what we worked the whole preseason for. This is why we got the ranking we did. This is why we worked so hard. So I think this team is, we have the same capability to perform well in postseason. I think with the coaching, Jay's even made a comment. He's like, well, I hope y'all don't even notice me in postseason because like y'all are just so zoned in on what y'all are doing that you don't even notice what I'm doing. Because at this point, you don't need corrections on like minor things. Like you know what you need to do. So I'm excited to enter or continue to come down in postseason because it's the most fun part, and like all the girls are get to experience this for the first time, and they're just so excited. So I think it's going to be good.
How do you approach the regional build-up? I mean, obviously you want to do your best every time out. Do you try to leave it all out there every time now and know that you'll have some time to recuperate?
I think we just go out there, and Jay's been telling us that we need a what has he been saying? I was going to say what he's been saying, but I forgot what he's been saying. Basically that we just need to go out there and do our best gymnastics every time. We need to qualify, advance, qualify, advance, qualify, advance, and win. That's been kind of like the motto. So I think we do need to have a complete piece put together. I do think that some of like the errors that we're continuing to refine, and then we or be able to put a complete piece together that shows like, yeah, this is who LSU is. Yes, we can repeat this. Like, yes, this is who we are, and like this is like just kind of like, I guess like a grand reveal, because we are so good. And like I just think that the past 2 weeks like in the gym, like we have just been like, yeah, we're unstoppable. Like we are who this preseason team was like talked about. Like we are that team. So I think that's what our mark is going to be.
Forward to it.